some of the questions have come out regarding specific issues in the Bible, and one that comes up relatively often is the Genesis account.
Right.
And the length of time that took place, creation took place. And how do you understand that? I know you did a great series on the first a number of chapters of Genesis that helps us understand that, but maybe in a sort of a shorter framework, you can give us a better sense of that.
Sure. I want to say at the outset, I start with a position of inerrancy, that what we read in the Genesis text can be trusted. Now our task is to say, what is it that we actually find? And I noted that when I did the Genesis argument that Genesis 1 begins, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And from my perspective, I understood that creation out of nothing was completed at the end of Genesis 1 verse 1. What you do find in the rest of the chapter is a different kind of creation. The Hebrew word for create is bara, and bara doesn't necessarily mean to create out of nothing. I think Genesis 1:1 has God creating the universe out of nothing and then tells us no more about what God actually did. What are the physical properties of the universe? How many planets are there? What are the physical laws that govern the universe? Nothing is stated about all of the science we might be interested in, only that behind all of this is the Creator God himself. Now, when we come to the actual 6 days of creation, it appears to me that what God is doing is he's taking the chaotic nature of the earth itself, and he's imposing meaning upon it, so that God is in fact saying that the earth exists for a purpose. Later on, we find both from Moses and then also in Habakkuk that the earth will be filled with the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. God creates the earth in a special way to highlight his own glory, and that's the entire story of the Bible. Now, I think those 6 days are intended to show how God put his purpose and meaning upon the creation. Now, here's the question. Are those 6 days intended to be 6 literal days?
Yeah.
Or are they intended longer? And I know that when I did the series, I could find good reasons for both of them, and I've not landed on either one of them, Ben. I could quite easily be convinced either way, and I also stated that I didn't know that there was a greater principle of faith at stake in that question. Except I think I did note that the question of sin came into the world through one man and death through sin, but I argued there that death might only refer to the death of the human race. That was a longer discussion, but I personally think that as believers that we should show respect for people on both sides of that question, provided they have a high view of Scripture and a high view of the rest of the doctrines of the Bible as well.